Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Just finished a session at the gym. Come home to my little chookies. In a couple of hours, I'm going to embark on one of the biggest journeys I've ever done. It's going to be a 3-day hike through the Blue Mountains. So it's going to be absolutely epic. I'm going with my friend that I've known for ages, Brent. And this is the course that we're going to be taking. So here we are, day one. We're going to drive out to Katoomba, where we went to Minnehaha Falls. So there's a car park here, and you go down like a little walking track and down to Minnehaha Falls. So we did that first. I just wanted to show Brent the waterfall and the cliff jump. And then from there we drove along over towards Blackheath, where we went down to this parking lot here. So that was actually, it was full, but it said no overnight parking. So we drove a kilometre down the road and we went to this loop car park here. So we parked in there and then we walked along this footpath down to the start of the Grand Canyon walk. So the first day, we go down this Grand Canyon walk, and here it says B is a end point, and then it's got nothing between there and there, which is about 600 meters. I can only assume that is because it's so deep inside the valley that the GPS doesn't really recognize it as a path. And this section here is kind of like stepping stones across the creek, so that's the part that flash floods when there's rain. And you can see at the start and finish they've got a barrier that they put across when it's too much rain. So we went up the Grand Canyon walk, and if I zoom in, there's a Grand Canyon walk, and then just here we were meant to tee off and go down this extremely windy path along the horse trail and then out towards Acacia Flat camping ground. And the plan was to go up here to the top of the pinnacles, the lookout on the next mountain, which was like about 600 meter climb. That was the plan, but that never actually happened. So once we went down this zigzaggy bit along the river, it was pretty flat and mostly downhill. But when we got here, we realized that the trail was closed because it had eroded during the rains last year. So we ended up walking up the Grand Canyon walking track to Evans Lookout, and then from Evans Lookout we did what we were going to do on the last day, which was walk all the way back from over here, Silver Cascades. So the last day it was meant to be this track, which is 21 kilometers, which is a long walk. I've severely underestimated that. So the first day we went along the coastal, the cliff top walk until we got to right here, and then we ducked across through someone's property because it was like 20 meters from there to their house, along Hat Hill Road, and then basically followed this all the way to Perry's Lookdown, which is 2.4 kilometers and 600 meters drop, where we went to Acacia Flat. The very next day we were supposed to go up to this lookout up here. That was sort of like a, if we had enough legs in us, that's what we were going to do. I said that, we could do it, but we didn't have to. But second day we went from Acacia Flat out to the Borrakaran camping ground, and then we went to Victoria Falls, and then back to the campground and just hung out there. And then the very last day we went up Victoria Falls. So in about 20 minutes after I've had a shower and got all my food packed, I'm going to be heading out to Hornsby Station to pick Brent up on the way through to Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. So I've got my bags packed. Currently weighs about 15 kilos, which is a lot, and I'm driving while on the phone. Oh, so let's hit the road and go meet Brent at Hornsby Station. Just arrived at Hornsby Station. Gonna wait for Brent to get in on his train in about 20 minutes, and I'm gonna have some fruit, load up as much energy as I can. I've got some chockies from home, and today for dinner and lunch I've got some leftovers from Christmas. So that should be pretty energy dense with a bit of meat and some Christmas pudding and custard, so that should be pretty nice. So yeah, I'll just wait for Brent to get in and go meet him. There you go. Here's Brent. Yep. Picked him up from Hornsby. Time to go to Minnehaha Falls in Katoomba. I don't know how long it is for me, probably like another hour. Hour 20 maybe. Anyway, his bag's a lot smaller than mine. Mine's probably like twice as heavy, so. Just got in a Minnehaha Falls parking lot. So I think I posted this on one of my YouTube videos. I came here with my friend from Perth. There's like a little 6-meter cliff dive, which is pretty cool. And the walk is quite steep. It starts off flat and then gets real steep towards the end. But it's about 1.5 or 1.9 kilometers to the bottom, and we're already up against water. Uh-oh, let's try not to slip over. The beautiful leptospermums are out in flower everywhere. That's cool. A little cave just before we get to the falls. Wasn't even that long, shorter than I remember. Falls aren't pumping over, but they're, you know, just as flowy as it was last time I was here. It's a bit shaky because I'm shivering. Well, that was a beautiful, beautiful trip down to Minnehaha Falls. I'll put videos up of when I went with Kate, because I didn't take any then. Did the cliff jump very first thing. Smashed my lip up a little bit on the second jump because I didn't learn my lesson. And I kept looking down at the bloody water to see where I was going to land instead of looking up and not getting a face full of water at 40 kilometers an hour to my teeth. Make sure my implants are good, that's the biggest concern, but yeah, beautiful. It's 11:30. Time to go to Blackheath and start our trek. What are your thoughts, Brent? You like it?
Mate, loving it. Refreshing. I feel good.
Nice. Just arrived at the car park of the Grand Canyon Walk at Blackheath. Having some food before we head out, and Brent's getting ready. Alright, we're going to embark on our journey right now. It's a 1 kilometer walk to where we have to get into the trailhead of the Grand Canyon Walk.
great start.
Right in the valley here. This is beautiful. I reckon you can camp under here for the night.
Yeah,
That'd be a good spot.
Oh yeah. No.
That water looks so clear. Still quite hot down here considering how deep it is. Wow, this is so cool. And we just made it through there. Oh wow, that's really deep down there.
I'd say 40 meters.
That is a long way down.
This part is probably my favourite so far. Brent doing his thing. Pro photographer, look at him. Nice shot taken. This video does not do it justice. Have a look at this. This is what I love about rainforests, just for layers upon layers and tiny little microclimates. Like this little bit here. It's like a little forest just on that one little rock in this giant valley. It's now raining because the wind's catching that waterfall there. That's so cool. There's a cave that you can swim in. It's 2:30. We're still in the Grand Canyon walk because we've been taking so many photos and stopping so much. It's just hard not to. You spend all day here just looking at one little attraction. Up and up. I need a Tui's after this, don't we?
I think so.
Oh, we just walked like, not that many stairs, probably only like 100, but that's the view. Look at that, that's where we're going, somewhere on that side, I think. Just where that corner is, just like on the other side of the valley. Well, I'm pouring out sweat, I probably lost a couple of litres, so I'm gonna have my carb electrolyte drink. I'll give some to Brent because he should have some. Got to get it in before you start sweating, and then we'll trek down into that and then back up again. So we took a wrong turn, 350 metres down the trail we were supposed to go. So we're going to go back and see if we can find the entrance to the trail. There's these two lovely ladies that gave us some information after I informed them that we missed our turn off, and they said that track's been closed for a while because of erosion. So now we're going the way that we're going to sort of come back a little bit. On the last day, so I guess we'll get a taste of what we're up against, and we're going to go to Bridal Veil Falls and then go down to the campground from that direction. Wow, the sky shows up blue in this video. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, there's a nice seat. Let's sit down for a bit. I'm wrecked. This is a long way down. Hold my phone properly. It was like over 100 meters, easily. And according to Google, this track here is where we're supposed to go down. So there's that, and then there's a ladder. And all those white rocks are where it's eroded away. So we won't be going that way. What we'll do is we'll go the way that we were going to go on the last day, and we'll go down Perry's Look Down and then to the campground, which is basically at the bottom of Perry's Look Down. So it's not the worst news, but you know, it's just throwing us a loop. Because I ain't doing that. That's sketchy. Well, we've been absolutely screwed. Every path to the bottom is closed. Perry's Look Down, which we're at now, which has taken us hours and hours and hours. Google says it's closed, but the ranger, which I talked to, said it was open, and it says open, very steep, changed road conditions. So, you know, it's just very, very steep. So it's 2 kilometers, 2.5 Ks, 600 meters down. So yeah, bloody steep, but we're nearly there and the sun's nearly set. So, yeah, we're gonna get crack-a-lacking. But look at the view, unbelievable. It appears that we go down there by this path. I've got blisters forming, and every step down is a lot of pressure because my feet slide. But we're only 2.5, 3 kilometers from a campground, and then we can chill out in the river. This isn't the steepest part. This bit's pretty steep. There's parts where you need to hang onto a handrail because it's so steep and the steps are so far apart. Oh, and then you got rises like this. Like it's supposed to be going down, not up. Check this one out. This is what they meant when they said it was steep. It's off the side of a cliff. Not as hectic as the other one that's eroded away, but pretty cool. We made it to the bottom of Perry's. It's a no-joke climb. Oh my god, going down was hard enough. But we're at the river. Oh yes. Oh yes, that is heavenly. Oh, how beautiful is that? Oh man, I'm gonna jump straight in. I couldn't be happier to see a river. Oh, that's worth the 18 kilometers. Oh, this is a life. That's totally worth 18 kilometers. I just had a dip in my undies and I lay down over here and yeah, just absorb nature. How good's this, man? Seriously. Don't get much better. That was refreshing. I've had a shower in the river, had some food, not too much because I was sort of feeling sick enough that like I'd pushed hard enough that I didn't want to eat. So I had a little bit. I'm gonna go set the camp up and then we're going to have something else to eat and then probably crash because I'm wrecked. The time is 8:24, so the sun's right on setting. The camera adjusts a little bit, so it's a lot darker than what you're seeing in the camera. I can sort of see the path fine, but it's in a couple of minutes I won't be able to see it. This is our little setup. Brent's bed taking up 90% of his face. I've got a fitted sheet because I'm a little pussy, and a like really high quality pillow. So I'll be cowered in this corner and Brent will have all the other side. But it'll be fine. We'll get cozy. I got me sleeping bag, which I probably won't need, but yeah, we're gonna crash because I'm wrecked. I'm not even gonna eat. We'll eat in the morning. This is the morning of day 2. I've packed the tent up and everything. I've got tissue in my ears because of the cicadas. Now I can talk again. So we're going to set off down that way, the way we came, and then along to the other campground today. I'm actually impressed on how good I am today. I'm not that sore. My legs are a little bit like fatigued and my feet are a little bit feel blistery, but no, they're good. So I reckon we'll be fine because we don't have big climbs today. One thing I will say is my bag is a lot lighter. I've taken most of the cans and food out and I've eaten a lot of it this morning. So yeah, it feels so much better today. My shoulders aren't anywhere near as like weighed down. Few little rapids. This trail bit is actually pretty good. Back there it was overgrown, I was getting scratched up. so we're halfway along this walk. At this point you can tee off and go up a mountain up there, which is like nearly 1,000 meters altitude or something, and that takes you onto the other side of the Blue Mountains. So if you were to get a car from there to where we parked, it'd be like an hour drive, maybe hour and a half, which is huge. So that's over near the Blue Mountains Botanic Gardens, and the way we're going is along the river again, all the way up to the next campground. And a guy passed us doing a trail run, and he said that the Victoria Falls walk track is open, so that's a relief. That means that we don't have to stress anymore, because I was stressing about that a bit like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, we're just going to go for a swim and have some lunch and just take it easy today, because now that we know we're in the clear, it's just enjoying this environment. And what better spot under a native Australian tree in a swimming hole that we could probably just stand up to our chest in, which is great. It's going to be so relaxing. That was amazing. We're going to go in a whirlpool. How good is this? Hey, it's Brent. Hey, Brent. Just sitting there in these little rapids in the swimming, little whirlpool area. So good. And there's more of this to come when we get to the campground. It's like camping there, river there. It's like right next to it. But we could actually set up camp here because it's not going to rain, so it's not going to, the water level's not going to come up. So we have to cross this creek and go up into that path. So we got to the campsite, the second one, and we set our tent up, put the rain cover on this time, sort of to deter anyone if they come along from stealing our stuff, although I don't know why you'd want to steal a 20 kilo backpack and hike it 7 kilometers with 800 meters altitude out of a bush. Yeah, it started raining and we're hiking to Victoria Falls and Silver Cascades. Here's Victoria Falls. Pretty cool. Shame the swimming hole doesn't go all the way to the where the water's hitting.
Oh, the weather's perfectly fine now. There's no cloud in the sky.
So we're hiding in the tent because it was raining. Now it's not, and the sun's out. Give it 5 minutes. Raining. We're hiding inside the tent. All our stuff is like
under the cover as much as we can.
It's the morning of day 3. Sun's coming up over that hill. Just had some brekkie, some cereal. Now eating a Cliff Bar. So today the hike out is along that road where we went to Victoria Falls yesterday. So you go about 1.5 kilometres to Victoria Falls and then another 2 kilometres to the top of the hill. So it's not too far, but it's quite a bit of altitude gain. We're just going to take our time. We're extremely sore today. My blisters are pretty big, but they're not popped. A few leech bites from they only just stuck on and I could pull them off straight away. So they're a little bit itchy, but they're fine. I'm going to put some antiseptic cream that I bought on them. And try not to get any more leeches today. Brent's lent me some dry socks because all mine got wet because I put my wet underpants next to my dry socks. Yeah, so it's like real dense bush. So we're going to try our best not to get any leeches today. .8:21, about to head onto the trail. We have 507 meters of altitude to do. That's a long way down. Couple of 100 meters to go. About 600 meters across and about 150 out. Gotta go up that now. Crikey. That's a steep drop off.
We made it to the top. So we're just having a rest on this bench. The trailhead's there. We finished our walk, and this Green National Park's Abloy key is just sitting on one of the sandstone blocks over here. And I know the importance of these keys because I work for the council, and I just gave them a call and they said someone's going to come pick us up. Well, they're going to come pick a key up, so I'm going to hold this for ransom for a lift back to our car, because these things are worth like $10,000 if you lose them, because you have to replace every single lock that this gets into. And depending on the importance of the number, this one says 4.npm. It could be the highest number. The higher the number, the more hierarchy it has, so it could be a master key for everything. I don't know. But yeah, fingers crossed we get a ride back. It's going to be sick.